It's a question online and in chiropractic offices worldwide. Does chiropractic cure sciatica? Does it cure low back pain, colic, headaches, all these things? As I talk to chiropractors, I hear this as a recurring theme that with a clear nervous system, the human body is capable of amazing things. So I'm your host and chiropractic advocate, Jenna Quinton, founder of Adjust Your Media. And in today's episode, I'm talking with Dr. Tory Robson. He's a doctor of chiropractic. He's a chiropractic success consultant with Winner's Edge Consulting, and he has the Chiro Success Podcast. So thanks for being here.
Well, thank you for having me. I love it that you asked me.
So today, tell us a story. Who got better under chiropractic care and how did their body heal itself?
Well, there's so many different examples, but I'll give one example that's going to seem fairly straightforward, but it'll show the reach of chiropractic. I had a gal come in and she was referred by a good patient and we helped her with chiropractic, but I could tell she was sad, she was stressed out, she was down, she was nervous, she was scared, even though she was feeling better. And I found out her husband, who was working construction, had hurt his low back. He went in and they'd wanted to do a surgery. In fact, they were ready to schedule the surgery. Pain's going down the back of his leg. He can't work. Don't know what to do. Find another surgeon. They say, hey, we still think we should do surgery. And what happens about that time is as the income stops and he starts to feel horrible and he's taking the pain pills, his attitude changes, and all of a sudden he's got problems with the wife and he's starting to get pretty rough with the young son.
Yeah.
And it's ongoing to the point where the wife is going, I can't do this anymore. We can't be around him anymore. Do you think you can help him? All we can do is take a look, and we know if we can find a problem and we can make adjustments. The body has a healing power through the spinal cord system. It can only help. It's just a matter of how much and how fast. He didn't want to come in. He thought he was already past chiropractic. He was in surgical mode. She got him to come in and basically had to force him to come in because I'm not going to no chiropractor.
Right.
Comes in, we do the analysis, this and that, and I'm able to get the thing to move on the first visit. I literally had to take a bag of ice from the convenience store and lay it on him and say, I'll see you in about 15 minutes. Okay. Came back, was able to get him set up and was able to get the vertebra to move. And I knew if it could move, the good things would happen. There would be a healing response. And sure enough, he started to get better. Pain starts to come out of the leg. He's able to walk around. He's walking straight. He doesn't need help. A little bit of a change in the face, a change in the demeanor. And sure enough, it was about 3 or 4 weeks later. I'm driving home from my office. I see him in the park, laughing, giggling, pushing the kid on a swing, save their marriage.
Absolutely.
Chiropractic, the reach is so tremendous that you just don't know how much it's going to reach and how much it's going to change somebody, how much it's going to change somebody's life by someone just feeling better, being able to function and do things that they couldn't do before.
Yes. Well, and I love that you bring up this story. I'm going to share some studies in the show notes as well. We think, oh, surgery will just fix a problem. We're just going to get in there and fix it. But the studies that show that back surgeries fail so often, and I love that you brought up the medications too. How many lives have been lost to drug abuse that started out as an injury, as a recovery from surgery that then continued to just cause problems in this person's quality of life, in their relationships, in all of these things. So yeah, I love also that you talked about he thought it was too late.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, tell us more about that. Is there a point where it is too late, or is chiropractic always a good idea?
Well, we know this. We know we got 24 vertebrae in the spinal column. And we know that the vertebrae, of course, are movable and they can cause irritation and pressure anywhere along the spinal cord system. And another thing we know for sure is if we make adjustments, okay, that's going to have a positive effect. So even though it may be too late and the person may need a spinal surgery, and we have surgeons for that, it's never as a replacement. It's always in addition to chiropractic care everywhere else that you can have benefit from chiropractic care. Really witness the phenomenon that is here. Follow this concept. And we could look at different things. You could have dermatology and they do this and they get this result in this narrow band of their application. And let's say you have dentistry and let's say you have rheumatology and let's say you have some orthopedic person that specializes in the ankle. Look what's happening in chiropractic. Over here, you have the vertebra and the spinal cord system, okay? And all we do is one treatment. We have one condition and we do one thing. We have a condition called subluxation, sub, less than, lux, light life energy, at ion, ion, positive ion, positive, negative. The state of less light life or energy flowing in the body. Is that not unbelievable? And we do one thing, adjustment, adjust, change, modify, improve, mental impulse. Change, modify, and improve mental impulse due to a state of light, life, or energy that's being diminished in the body through chiropractic, the practical use of the hands. So we have one condition, we have one, quote, treatment that can have almost unlimited positive effects, whether it's headache, whether it's mobility, whether it's digestion, whether it's stuff going to the heart, all these things happening internally you can't feel, but now they're improved and you end up having a longer life. You have no idea the reaching effects that are happening internally because of one, quote, treatment for one, quote, condition. Chiropractic, it's a phenomenon. And I lean over people and I go, can you believe this is a phenomenon? Are you better? Yeah. I just used my hands.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? How could there not be a line of 500 people out the door right now? It is a phenomenon.
Yes, absolutely. Well, and I think about how many people, the side effects of chiropractic, one of them being that they're sleeping better. And they probably didn't say when they came in, they probably came for low back pain or sciatica. They didn't say, I'm having trouble sleeping necessarily on their intake. But then, it honestly, how many times I've gotten adjusted and boy, I sleep well. Boy, I'm relaxed, which is a miracle. And, just that fact that maybe we didn't even know why they weren't sleeping well. It doesn't matter if we don't know why. They are now because they are better, like you said. So I want to get into, you're clearly passionate about this and you're clearly passionate about helping other chiropractors. So how do you help more chiropractors to get that line of 500 out the door?
Well, you have to start with some sort of raw material here. Okay? And if you look at people coming out of chiropractic college or chiropractors on a global level, there's those that really want to do well. There's some that are willing to put in some effort, and then there's sort of the masses, and then there's going to be a handful that really never should have gone to chiropractic college. And it's too bad, but that's just the way the bell-shaped curve goes. So if somebody has some drive and some motivation and they really want to be good, they will have to admit that they need to pay to learn how to run a small business, to manage practice, to hire codes, fees, care plans, wellness plans, accounting, payroll, student loan elimination, wealth accumulation, all the elements of running a small business and running a chiropractic practice. And that takes training. So I come in as some people might consider one of the world's authorities in all things within the four walls of a chiropractic office. And I've got the audio material, the written material. Our books are the most popular books in chiropractic today, basically the most popular podcast in chiropractic today. The events we have are really the most intense in chiropractic today. We're literally hiring Navy SEALs to come in at our boot camps. I mean, this is unheard of stuff within the chiropractic profession because we want our members to be the most successful, most generous, highest results chiropractors that ever lived in their area. So we have to have a success delivery system and offer the training beyond what the chiropractic college does to prepare you with technique and to pass the boards. It's that plus this arms you with what you need to go out there and really do a great job and get focused on results and focused on people and focused on your reach and focused on your community and focused on really making a difference in thousands and thousands of lives in your area, because that's where your ultimate satisfaction is going to come from.
Absolutely. And I can say some of the offices that I know you've coached that I've seen that have done so well, especially with things that you've directly implemented and suggested, things like patient appreciation days,
Oh, sure.
Where those are just a phenomenal giving back to the community. And then, that office, I watched like their Google reviews exploded. They were voted best of for their city. It really is a great way of giving people, like you said, the raw material, the ingredients, so that then they can do something wonderful in their community. And this whole thing, because I love to tell stories and marketing, it's to get louder. And I see this as a period of time where this is a turning point of chiropractic becoming not mainstream, but more than mainstream, where it is becoming the premier healthcare choice for people. Just like in your story, you said it wasn't just, oh, his back feels better. His marriage is saved. His life is saved. That child is affected generations down. That child is going to grow up secure and safe and healthy and well because of the father's state of health. So yes, I love all of that.
It's really an amazing thing how you have an office and here we are, and there's everybody else out there. And nobody is really going to go to any chiropractor until they're going online and checking you out. They're going to go straight to your Facebook and straight to your Instagram. They're going to go directly to your pictures. They're going to go straight to your website. Nobody's calling anybody until they get checked out in the lands of social media. Of course, that's where you come in, making sure all of that has the right image. It has the right style. It has the right validity, seeing with older people and younger people and kids and results and smiling faces. Okay. And then, of course, on a local level, we start with inside the four walls of the office, and we want to completely dominate everything within a couple mile circle. It's just one of our requirements. We make a tool that we have here exclusive to Winner's Edge, the new patient generator, and we want to get that out by foot, by hand to every single business in the area, hundreds of them. If I walk across the street from your office and I say, who's that chiropractor over there? And they say, I don't know. And you're worried about Facebook ads?
Yeah. Yeah.
See, that's a fail. We have to dominate the area, and we can do it very simply and very cheaply with the cost of copies and often with some postage. But it's not going to make any difference if the website doesn't look right, and it's about the pictures. In fact, all social media and all websites, it's about the pictures. The text just fills in the space, but people are going to the picture, and if they see smiles and they see happiness and they see health and they see vitality and they see care, they see nurturing, they see concern, they see precision, they see skill, well, then they're going to call.
That's something that I tell pretty much every doctor or CA on a discovery call is my number one tip. Get a photographer. Have a photographer come every quarter. Make it an official relationship where you say, I need you to come March, June, September, December. I need you to come for a morning. On busiest Friday afternoons, you set it up with your CA. You give your CA a stack of media releases. They should be in new patient forms, but if they're not yet, give your CA that stack and say, make sure that everybody signs our media releases, have it digitally, even better, and have that photographer take all of the action pictures so that they can see the light in the doctor's eyes, the precision, like you said, the relationship, the high five with the child, the happy people. Or better yet, if you're doing an event like a patient appreciation day, have that photographer there.
Just think about yourself going anywhere. All you're wondering is this: are they going to be nice to me?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything I should be scared of? And what is this going to cost? I don't want to go in because I might be scared of that too. We had a Navy SEAL friend talk at a recent seminar. He's fearless. Okay. He spent 11 hours and 40 minutes underwater once on a mission. He's jumped out of a plane hundreds of times. He does 1,000 push-ups every single day to deal with the mental pain of his past. He says when you pull a trigger, you can't take it back. And he's standing on the stage in front of our big, huge room in the ballroom with the jumbo screens and the stage and all that, and says, I'm scared to go to you. I'm scared. So you got to do something to make me not scared. I got to say, I want to see smiles, and I want to see precision, and I want to see someone say, hey, I can help you. You just have to come in. Let's just take a look at it and see. Okay. And everybody in the room was like, whoa, this guy's scared? Well, then everybody has a certain amount, and we have to eliminate that.
I did a talk about the neuroscience of connection. I'm not a neuroscientist, but how do we look at content? What stops the scroll? And realizing everybody who's in pain is probably in an amygdala hijack, where that amygdala is just saying, I got to survive. Like you said, what's in it for me? And so showing that then it becomes marrying the beautiful graphics, the beautiful videos and things with talking directly to that person's brain and saying, here's what's in it for you. Yeah. Here's how you are safe. Here's how you are cared for. Here is how you survive this stressful freaking life.
Yeah, that's a great point. Just think about it. If you have something that's bugging you, or you have a screen door and the screen is blasted out because your big Doberman decided he wanted to run through the screen door, right? You're going to go online and start looking. And if they don't say the thing that you have, do you have a screen door that your dog busted? Yeah, that's me. Call. Okay, I'm calling. So many chiropractor websites don't even list all the stuff that people come in for. So if I look there and I don't see the thing that I have, I'm not going to call. And then it turns into this. Then, so it's the pictures for all the validity. And then, okay, do you do the thing that I want? And is there an offer that gives me a chance to come in, quote, risk-free? And all of that ties together.
Absolutely. Yeah. I am a mom. And so I always do check things like, is this a place where, I have a preschooler? Can I bring my preschooler with me to my appointment?
Yeah.
And seeing those pictures, seeing that, or is this safe for pregnant women? Or maybe it's a family office, but there's, a 50-year-old man, and he's like, is this just for pregnant women and kids?
Yes.
Can I be seen here? Like, so showing the range, even though like there's an office who I do their social media, they have an office dog, a husky. Of course, the husky is in a lot of pictures because we love the dogs.
The huskies
However,
get 2 more visits a week.
yeah. However, we can't just show the husky. We have to show like the newborn baby. We have to show the 50-year-old man. We have to show the 90-year-old grandma who, says, this is the only place where people actually touch me, where people actually care.
Wow. That's so true. In all of our videos, we have around 1,000 training videos for our clients, along with all the other stuff that we do. And one of the videos, actually, it's a series of videos, Promo Picture Essentials. I actually have a printout list of all the pictures you have to have. The picture at the poster, the picture with the spine model, the picture with the motor units, the picture adjusting, the picture with the extremity. Okay, the picture with the team here, the picture standing with the team, you sitting at the adjusting table with the team behind you as though they have your back. Okay. Yeah. And I have examples of pictures like this if you wanted to see. And of course, you already know what they look like anyway. But we have the list, and then that's why you get the photographer there, and you don't say, what do you think we should do? You have the list. We're going to take this. You bring 4 different things to wear, so the pictures don't all look like they were taken on the same day. And everywhere you go, at every event you go to, take pictures. And you can have a folder called Pics where you can have those to draw on for your social media, for Facebook, and even for any ad. For any occasion.
Yeah, we're going to wrap it up. But the last thing I do want to tell people is, like we said about the Doberman, and I know you have wonderful dogs. That is also the thing of, in between these videos and photos, the helpful graphics, then it is the daily life from your phone pictures, the ones that say, these are my core values. This is what I stand for. This is my lifestyle. This is who I am. And having people want to know. And so that's why I always tell doctors, have a calendar, plan it out so that you can see, man, in March, I didn't share anything from my life. I've got to step it up and do, it's a game of percentages and ratios, like with anything, where, we want it to be 80% educational, patient focused. Then we want, maybe not 80%, let's say 60% offer, patient focused, their needs, their pain points. Then we want, 20% that is focused on the offer of, you've got to click, you've got to come in. This is our event. And then, that other 20% that says, this is who I am. This is why you should come to me. Even if it is a picture of the dog and they're like, man, I would rather see a dog person. It's heartwarming to your crowd. That is who you are going to attract.
Yeah, you learn a lot about somebody by how they treat animals and if they earn the trust of animals, because you usually can't fool the animal, So there's a lot to learn. That's why those personal pictures, it really show who you are. Okay, it's fun. And it brings a lot of comfort to people before they make a decision to come in and see you.
Yes, absolutely. And I love that point because animals have innate intelligence as well, right? Mm-hmm. And they're so tapped into it. And so if an animal innately, intuitively trusts you, and if people can see, how are you treating the dog? I will say I have a Lab Retriever who's 4 and she is a jumpy mess. So I don't know what that says about me other than I also get a little bouncy, but and the animals tell us a lot.
That's great. In fact, it kind of is a point here, looking for a new dog chiropractor here, or another dog chiropractor for the Doberman. I looking online, I see the pictures, and the first thing I'm looking for is the guy with the Doberman, big black lab, and I go, good enough. Versus,
Yeah.
does he just do little terrier dogs? And I see a dog like mine. Okay, he does dogs like mine. That's our guy. Boom, fill out the contact page. If he doesn't have that picture and he's got a bunch of little dogs, well, I'm not sure if he really, people assume you don't until you prove that you do. And we do that through great images.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story, sharing your expertise. I'm going to put all kinds of links in the show notes for everybody to connect with you, connect with Winner's Edge, and the podcast and all of the things. So definitely reach out to Dr. Tory and the team there and follow us next time for more stories of innate.
Thank you.